Let me quickly talk to you about single member LLC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging in the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about single member LLC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax. Number 5 here, we have Huntington Bank. Our score, 8.5 over 10. The cool thing about Huntington Bank is that they help you optimize your cash flow. And their business lines of credit are very good. I mean, they actually will fund you real quick. Okay, they will give you access to working capital, especially when you have a single member LLC, and they give it to you when you need it. Okay, so their business line of credit will help you maintain day-to-day cash flow, so your small business can purchase inventory or meet other short-term funding needs. Okay, and what we love here about Huntington is that they are very flexible in terms of APRs and whatnot. So they offer variable interest rates, interest-only payment options, and they offer very manageable monthly payments. So it's all about flexibility with Huntington Bank. What we love here is that if you want to choose a line of credit from Huntington, you have access to a team, a knowledgeable team who will take care of you. They'll answer all questions you have. Okay, and their lines of credit will help you control cash flow, which is important. If you're a single member LLC, you want to make sure that you control your cash inflows and cash outflows. So with their business line of credit from Huntington, you can access funds quickly and easily, online or via phone, to buy inventory, cover expenses, meet payroll, and more. Okay, you can manage payments, so you literally enjoy the flexibility of a variable interest rate. Okay, then you can choose repayment options that fit your business needs, including interest-only payments. That's how flexible Huntington Bank is, and we love them for that. And you can also track your activity, so you have easy-to-use monthly statements that allow you to easily track your activity. Okay, so bottom line here is that Huntington Bank is there to help you if you need a business line of credit that pulls personal Equifax. Okay, if you want to contact them, you can call them weekdays 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, the number here is 800-480-2001. Let me repeat that: 800-480-2001. So Huntington Bank, our score, 8.5 over 10. Number 4, Citizens Financial. Our score, 8.7 over 10. One thing we love about Citizens is that they are constantly innovating. They are constantly kicking ass. They're constantly introducing new products and services around business lines of credit for single member LLCs and multi-member LLCs. Okay, so when you get a business line of credit from Citizens, you enjoy the speed and simplicity of their online application. So they have a Citizens Vantage Link online application, so you can actually get a business line of credit up to $250,000 in 2 to 3 days. Okay, this is really good. Now, one thing I want to say here is that based on our experience dealing with Citizens Financial for the last 20 years, I mean, we have dealt with them over our clients, through our business clients. And one thing we know is that it's better to go to a branch. I mean, obviously they want you to apply online through their Citizens Vantage Link online application, but honestly, go to a branch. Okay, so when we talk about business lines of credit, the benefits that you get through Citizens Bank, you have an easy application process. It's very easy, whether you apply online, over the phone, or at a branch. With the money you get from them, you have consistent buying power, so you can borrow for multiple uses, then pay back and borrow again as needed. You only pay interest on the funds that you use. Okay, you can choose from interest only or principal plus interest payment options. And so the cool thing is that Citizens Financial reviews lines of credit and renews them annually to provide you with funds from year to year. Okay, and so they have a low annual fee based on the line amount. So the annual fee is $150 for lines of credit, $50,000 to $100,000, and 0.3% for lines of credit, $100,000 to $1 million. Okay, so you can get funded all the way to 1 million through Citizens Financial for your single member LLC. Okay, and you can just it's just better to contact them to have a clear idea. Okay, and one thing we love also is that if you just thinking about banking, Citizens Financial is a great bank to actually contact. It's a great bank to do business with, especially if you're a single member LLC, because they have a family-oriented customer service. They'll work with you. They'll ask you questions. And it's not about interrogating you. It's just about knowing your business more, so they can tailor their business line of credit to you, to your needs. Fantastic. Number 3, folks, we have Fifth Third Bank. Our score, 9.1 over 10. So Fifth Third Bank is another biggie when it comes to single member LLC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax. Okay, and the cool thing is that Fifth Third Bank allows you to use the cash for a lot of things. They place no restriction on the how you can use the cash. So you can use the cash to manage day-to-day business needs. You can access funds to meet short-term working capital needs, such as inventory purchases, future project costs, or company payroll. You can take advantage of immediate business opportunities. You can pay for equipment and upgrade. You can meet seasonal business needs. You can cover overhead, meet payroll, maintain normal business activities, and what have you. And you can even finance activities or marketing campaigns to attract new customers and generate additional revenue through expanded business or sales. So my thing is, we love Fifth Third Bank. They are really great. They are responsive. They will find you real fast. The only thing is, in our view, the only little detriment that we've found if you are going through Fifth Third Bank is that their business lines of credit are limited. They're capped at $100,000. That's it. So you're not getting more. No. So, but they can approve you real fast as fast as one business day. And once they approve you, you get access to the funds right away. Okay, so they have unsecured credit lines and term loans from $10,000 to $100,000. No collateral necessary for approval. Okay, now that's for the unsecured. Now they also offer a secure line of credit. For the secure line of credit, they require a business to pledge short-term assets as collateral to secure the loan, such as accounts receivable and inventory. And since secure lines of credit are secured against business assets, they result in higher borrowing amounts over $100,000. Okay, and so this is what it is. And Fifth Third Bank will provide access to funds via check, financial center, or online. Okay, so when they call financial center, that's their branch. That's how they call their branches. Okay, so you get fast business loans from Fifth Third Capital. Okay, and the cool thing is that you can get funded, let's say, in as fast as one business day, which is really fast. When you think about a big bank, a big regional bank like Fifth Third Bank funding you within a day, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. Okay, and you actually also get you get the unsecured business line of credit and term loans. I said this before. You can get funded up to $100,000. The only thing here is that you need to really make sure that you have all the paperwork ready. Okay, they have minimal documentation requirements. That's fine, but you need to have them. You need to have everything ready to get the process started. Very important. Number 2, Truist. Our score, 9.5 over 10. I mean, we love Truist. And for those of you who don't know, Truist is the culmination of a merger between SunTrust Bank and BB&T. Okay, so the bank is bigger, is linear, I mean, they're very good. They are very good. They're linear. I mean, they're not linear. They're linear. They're more lean. They're linear. Okay, and they're more responsive. They'll take care of you if you're a single member LLC. Okay, and they actually offer a business line of credit that matches your needs. So they offer personalized options with simple structures. Okay, and you can apply easily over the phone, online, or at a branch. Again, when you want to give the same piece of advice, it's better to apply at a branch, and you can get an answer fast, real fast. So they have clear responses from them to you, very quick too. And one thing we also love here is that if you have a truest existing relationship, you can earn rewards for that. In other words, you can save up to 0.5% on your interest rate if you have truest dynamic business checking, which you should have anyway. You should have it, okay? And the good thing is that you can access your money whenever you need it. You can use the cash to manage seasonal cash flow, expand inventory, or grab hold of a new opportunity. Okay, and again, their business lines of credit are capped at $100,000 if you want to have unsecured ones. But if you want to have secured lines of credit, they can go all the way to $1 million, depending on the value of the underlying asset that you pledge. Okay, and terms available 12 to 36 months. Okay, so how does the whole thing work? With Truist, you basically apply for a specific line of credit amount, and you borrow up to your available credit limits. You access funds by transferring money to your checking accounts or by writing checks. Okay, this is kind of cool, and this is very easy. Don't worry about it. And interest accrues only on the outstanding balance, and you can use the line as a revolving line of credit and reborrow over time up to the maximum credit limit. So this is really good. And if you want to get a business line of credit from Truist for your single member LLC, you can use this. Is actually great if you want to cover seasonal or revolving cash flow. If you want to access working capital where and when you need it, and you want to access a larger line of credit or if secured by collateral. Okay. If you have any question, you want to call 1-877-279-3083. Again, the number here is 877-279-3083, or schedule an appointment to meet with a small business specialist virtually. Not a problem. So you can schedule an appointment online, and you can just have a Zoom call or something similar with a small business specialist virtually. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show, another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about single member LLC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax. Number one, the best of the best in our view, KeyBank. Our score, 9.8 over 10. I mean, KeyBank is a biggie anyway. They're a financial behemoth, so they have the funds they can fund. They can actually fund you. You know, they offer, fantastic. And the KeyBank is one of the few regional banks, such as in the same category as PNC, as a U.S. bank. Okay, they're not a national bank, but they're a powerful regional bank. Okay, and their business lines of credit are designed to provide easy access to funds. And so you can actually borrow, pay back, and reborrow funds as needed, making the whole thing an ideal solution to help your single member LLC manage seasonal cash flow, purchase inventory, or cover other short-term working capital needs. Okay, and the cool thing is that KeyBank's business advisors, they will work with you to determine the right line of credit solution on your own terms. Okay, so this is renewable every 12 months. Based on the performance. Okay, the minimum loan amount $10,000, and the maximum loan amount, check this out, $500,000, $500,000. That's a good delta. We love that delta. $10,000 to $500,000. That's just fantastic. And there's the minimum monthly payments varies, so the payment is calculated based on the product, loan amount, and rate. Okay, so what we love, the most important features for a KeyBank business line of credit for a single member LLC, you have easy 24/7 access to funds, and you have a secured and unsecured lines, competitive pricing, monthly payments with interest only options. Okay, hassle-free renewal, and you may be eligible for SBA guarantee. Okay, this is really good. So one thing we love about KeyBank is that their customer service is great. Fantastic. We have dealt with a lot of branches all over the country. They are just fantastic. Okay. Now, some people might say on social media, well, KeyBank sucks, whatever. They don't suck. They are very good. They are very good. believe me. So you can call them at 1-888 key for biz. That's 539-4249. Again, the number is 1-888-539-4249. Okay. And if you want to use the TTY service, 1-800-539-8336. You can actually, if you use a relay service, call 1-866-821-9126. You can schedule an appointment. You can talk to a branch manager in your neighborhood. Everything is possible. Fantastic. If you have made it so far, I just want to share with you a bonus. And we have another stellar bank that offers business lines of credit for a single member LLC, and that's BMO Harris Bank. Our score, 8.1 over 10. With BMO Harris, you actually have a lines of credit amounts from 10,000 to $1 million. This is really good. And we are speaking about unsecured. So they actually offer unsecured and secured. So you have the option here, okay? They have loan amounts from 10,000 to $1 million also, okay? This is really important. Now you can choose a fixed rate term loan or variable rate revolving line of credit, okay? And one thing we love here is that with BMO Harris, they give you the option. So when you are looking for an unsecured line of credit, they limit the amount you can borrow. So it's not going to be 1 million, the maximum. It might be around $100,000. Okay. But if you want to secure, if you want to collateralize the business line of credit, they can go all the way to $1 million. Not a problem. Okay. And so you can use multiple options for collateral. You can get a 0.25% rate discount with automatic payments from a BMO Harris business or personal if a sole proprietor checking account. Okay, this is really good. And what we love is that their simple application process makes it quick and easy to apply and get approved. Okay, and one thing we want, and we have been seeing BMO Harris do a lot of stuff in that department over the years, is that they actually offer specialty financing. So you can actually get a business line of credit, you know, from their specialty financing initiatives. For example, they do dental practice financing. So as an ADA member, they actually have a sorry about that. They offer a 0.5% reduced rate to ADA members nationwide. Okay, so this is really good. They offer trucking financing. So they are one of the largest commercial truck finance companies in North America. So they have a team at BMO Transportation Finance. They are ready to help whatever you are in the U.S. And they also offer special loans and lines of credit for single member LLCs owned by women. So they have an initiative called Women in Business, okay? So they offer specialized funding. You have better access to education and guidance at every business stage. They also have initiatives for Blacks and Latinos or Latinas, and so I think it's called Latins right now, okay? So they basically are making sure that they are including minorities in the business world as much as possible. So BMO Harris, this is very good. So they, you know, again, what I'm trying to say here is that BMO Harris has over the years cast a very wide net when it comes to providing funds, providing business lines of credit and business loans and what have you to a constellation of target audiences. Fantastic. Let's talk about, let me give you a little overview here so you have a clear idea of what we're talking about. What is required for a business line of credit? Okay, whether they pull personal Equifax or TransUnion or Experian, there are a few things you need to have. So they were looking for a personal credit score, annual revenue, time in business, collateral, current debt schedule, and basic personal and business information. Okay, so when we talk about personal credit score, we're speaking about at least 600. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have a credit score of 500, you can also qualify for business lines of credit, but you'll have more options available to you and better terms and lower interest if your credit score is 600 or higher. In terms of annual revenue, the lending institution might ask you for anywhere between 25,000 to 100,000. We are speaking here about minimum. Okay, and to actually see that you are making as much, they will want to see, for instance, your bank statements, your balance sheets, your profit and loss statements, your additional financial documents if available, and your business and personal tax returns. They want to make sure that you have been in business, time in business for a while, so at least 6 months. They want to see if you have a properly valued collateral, if the collateral is of high quality to actually, back the underlying, to back the loan. And they want to see also your current debt schedule. And that's important because if you apply for a business line of credit, most lenders will want to see your existing debt schedule. If you currently have a business loan or other form of financing, for them it's important because they want to properly gauge the kind of credit risk profile that you are. Okay, and they will also ask you to provide basic personal and business information. We are speaking about your personal and contact information. Your personal and contact information for all business owners, the form of ID that you need, your EIN, your employer identification number. They will ask for a voided business check, your business entity type. Are you an LLC? Yes, you are. In this case, you are. But you'll also ask for business licenses or permits and other legal or regulatory agreements and documents. So what I'm trying to say here is that they ask a constellation of documents that you need to provide anyway. Now the cool thing is, if you apply at the bank where you already have a relationship, it might be faster. Actually, not might. It would be faster because they probably have a lot of that info already because you had provided it. You have provided that info when you started with them, or they will go through your cash inflows and cash outflows to see if you have the kind of revenue you say you have. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close the conversation. So one thing is very important is that you want to apply for a single member LLC business line of credit when you have at least 1 year in business. When you are making over $100,000 in annual revenue. That's based on our team's research, and we have been doing this for the last 30 years. Okay, if you have a 600 credit score minimum, that's kind of fine. Make sure you have a solid profit and loss statement. And the thing is that regardless of no matter how young or old your single member LLC business is, always attach projections, financial projections. So financial income statement, what am I talking about? A projected income statement, a projected balance sheet, a projected statement of cash flows, and a projected statement of owner's equity. And that will help you because that will give actually the bank or the lender for that matter an idea about where you see yourself and your business 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 24 months from now, not 24 years, 24 months from now. So the whole thing is to project yourself and your business in the future and actually make sure that the lender follows you along. Okay, it's very important. And what I'm trying to say here is that make sure that you actually find the right initiative to fund. In other words, a business line of credit is a great idea to manage a variety of business opportunities, of business scenarios. For example, you can use it for financing working capital needs. You can use it for emergencies or unexpected opportunities. You can use it for covering cash flow gaps or seasonal lows. You can use it for building business credit. This is important, okay? Now, the whole thing here is that always apply at the branch. So once you choose a bank, please apply at the branch. And or you can, if you don't like all the banks that I have profiled into this conversation, you can also apply for an alternative lender, for an online lender. So you have Blue Vine, for instance, which is really great at providing the funds real quick. Also, we have others. I'm blanking right now on that, but you have Blue Vine, you have Cabbage, okay, you have Lendio, which is a lender marketplace. So those are places where you can get the line of credit that you need and deserve. Before I do a recap, please check out our loan evaluation approach. We have a strong methodology on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing business loans and lines of credit for single member LLCs and multi-member LLCs. Check this out. So here is a recap. So single member LLC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax. Number 1, Key Bank, 9.8 over 10. Number 2, Truist, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, Fifth Third Bank, 9.1 over 10. Number 4, Citizens Financial, 8.7 over 10. Number 5, Huntington Bank, 8.5 over 10. And BMO Harris in the bonus category, 8.1 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.